And welcome back to another episode of Central Oregon Shenanigans. And Jimmy's here. And we've got a 4BT F-150, guys. Reveal! Here she is. Kyle's new 4BT. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited to put in some man hours.
We have a lot of work
I don't want to hear about it.
to do.
But yes, we do.
Yeah. What? Camera stare off.
I don't like the ground is to one of the valve cover caps.
Oh yeah, you know,
I don't like that.
because you know you need that rubber gasket in there, and
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
That obviously doesn't matter in this case. Jeez. Or no, they put the O-ring under the ground.
I like how they left the
the
hook when they
hoist.
put it in here. The little
Jim Bob couldn't get that off of there.
Oh, it is on there pretty good.
It'll rattle its way loose. We know how these run.
Okay, so Kyle, what I'm thinking is this needs to be shoved on there, and I'm gonna go try to find a clamp. Shove this on there if you can. Probably need some WE-40. I bet you get that on there. Because if you get to the thread, you can twist it on.
Yeah.
And then we need to take that off the dump, because I don't think this hose will fit inside of here. But if you take that off, I can get inside the big hose, like we did before.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You want?
I'm gonna have to find you a flat blade.
Yeah. Yeah, because there is no way.
I got spruge on me.
You got your spooge on me.
Here, take that. I'm gonna go set that up somewhere.
You mean one that's not already apart? I don't know where the hell to set this damn thing.
Is that gonna work, or do I need to go hunt down one?
Yeah, no, it'll work. These are Harbor Freight clamps.
Oh, great. So we gotta go through and replace everything.
Well, there's the headlight thing.
Oh, good. They did leave it.
Can you imagine if they just chopped it right off of that main
I'm
harness?
glad I don't see that too much. I mean, there are some wires that are hacked here and there,
And this is all still here.
but
And then you got, this must be for that guy.
so this one's
So
2
this
years
would've went
older
there.
than mine. So everything should be pretty damn close.
And this would have went
right there.
El Hero.
Yep.
Actually.
Success. 1, 2. All right. Oh. Did I dent? No. I'm good.
Don't dent my fucking.
$600 radiator.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go get Bronco batteries.
Okie dokie. Well, at least getting it mobile with that bad shit right there, that hose, should help. Help a little bit anyways.
Don't do anything yet. Let me get this.
Oh yeah, all the belt shenanigans.
Well, I hear Ford dinging in there.
It's alive.
Hold on.
You know, for just putting that bulb in, I got the polarity right. That's cool. I'm happy about that.
Oh my.
Full of fuel.
Oh jeez.
Oh, that's even better, man.
Oh.
This was worth it.
Do that, or
Sanders took a shit.
they didn't fucking wire the shit up right, or they were fucking with it. Let's build a fucking dirt. Gosh.
There's fucking James.
Wait, which one? Me or?
No.
I'm Jimmy. He's
Yes.
James. The problem is my legal name is James, so I'm like, oh, am I in trouble?
Not yet, Jimmy.
It's just, it's actually it's still stuck in the groove, and then the pulley's turning the belt.
Well, it's just a piece of. It's just a freaking serpentine belt. Just a serpentine belt, Kyle.
You almost got it. You almost got it. You're like, that's it, right there. Well, that fan can definitely go. It's literally a brand new lid. It's all fucked off.
There you go.
Like, just cut it. Just cut the fucking thing.
The belt?
No.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna. Kyle and I. It takes us what, 2 hours to figure out a serpentine belt pattern normally.
we've changed it like 3 fucking
I know.
times.
Hey, try a Ford Focus. There you go. That's a challenge. That takes me and Adam like 4 hours.
All right.
Okey-dokey.
Try and start it.
Yep.
You gonna try and start it or just bump it?
Or just bump it.
Bump it and see what happens.
I'm getting out of the way.
It's in gear.
Well, we got that bat. We got some good cranking power.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Sounds good through all the holes.
Yeah.
She's got good compression, all holes. We have smoke. She will fire.
Oh no, they did wire up.
Oh
No, they wired it up to the fuel pump.
What?
The fuel pump circuit. That's what that red wire is all the way down the frame.
Oh, Jesus criminy. Okay, guys, I will give you the Heritage Body Style 101 on this one. What not to do on these swaps. Yeah, go. Starting to smoke.
Look at it flop around.
Yep. Oh yeah! Woohoo! She sounds good. She sounds good.
Yeah, we just got to, motor mounts.
A little bit of white smoke, but
it's cold.
But it's cold. God, she sounds good. She sounds tight.
I was violent on that transmission. We need to look at that transmission mount that fucking sticks like this.
Well, the whole engine's flopping around.
We're gonna have mounts to do.
Yeah, I know.
No, those are the wrong rubber
We got to
mounts.
make some Jeeps go away,
Yes.
and then we can really dive balls deep into this project. But it runs.
It fucking runs.
It doesn't knock. It sounds good. Yeah.
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 All right, think about things.
I would think about some things.
Okay. Yeah.
Air intrusion, no turbo. All right, guys, things that we're gonna do on the Ford first. So, a lot of shoddy workmanship, and I'm sorry if somebody's watching this video that built this truck, but there are some things that need to be changed on this prod. It is a project. We're going to have to, they had this 7.3 vacuum pump up here on top. This is gonna have to get gone. We're going back. We're not going back. We're going to the air power steering pump, just like I put on my 4BT Expedition. We've got to figure out why this ISB manifold was attempted. And we're probably gonna end up doing a 6BT cut down manifold, just like on mine. This guy has got some shenanigans going on. We've got aluminum wrapped wiring, just needs wire loom. That's what we're gonna start with, guys, is basically those items. We got electrical to do. We've got a lot of shenanigans going on with this pickup. But we're gonna get her done. We're gonna get her done right. Ain't that right, Uncle Kyle?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go ahead and get to work on it and just kind of update you guys as we go here. But yeah, this is our 2000 F-150 4BT Cummins swapped. Pump's still good.
Still good.
Kyle's new project truck, guys. It's the first night home. We're gonna welcome her home properly. We got Jimmy from Johnson's Garage.
Hey.
Go check him out. I'll link him in the description below. He'll also have a subscribe button at the end of the channel.
All right, so part of what we did the other day, and we're back at it, was we took this plate off because I have absolutely no idea where the hardware is at. So that is to hold the belt tensioner, the alternator, and the IC compressor. This little guy right here, that's for the inlet for the water where the thermostat goes. And then we had some pretty janky put together bullshit. Fucking welded there. Brand new fan, it's all busted to shit. The air pump is right there. Taking that off, that's why we didn't have brakes, and I ran over the trailer fender, which was okay. But right now I am changing out this lower radiator line here, and we're going to do the same thing we did on the Expedition. We had some leftover aluminum piping. I've already cut it down to the size that I want it. Now I got to cut these down about yay far so I can slip it over both the collars, and we'll make this work. So we will check back in here in a few when I get this put on. Alright, just like that. That's how she's done. I don't have it completely clamped in there yet because we are probably going to end up taking it off at some point in time. But I think the next step that I'm going to try to get accomplished is to figure out what the fuck they were trying to do going from a wire sensor, and I'm going to try to hunt down what this monstrosity of a mess is, hunt down where this wire goes back into the firewall somewhere, why all these wires here are cut, and just try to clean things up under here. So I think that's where we're gonna end up for right now. I'm trying to tidy things up here. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed.
I haven't had an opportunity to take a look at this truck by myself without a bunch of people hovering over it. So let's take a look here. Gonna go ahead and talk about what this truck's gonna need. First off, intercooler. It fits. Problem is they didn't lower it far enough. These brackets need to go lower because this does not, actually this could stay, but we're gonna have to notch this out because this is too high up, so when you shut the hood there's actually a pretty decent gap. I don't know if you guys seen that in the video. There is a lot of wiring that's been hacked into. If you guys are gonna do one of these swaps, don't hack the wiring out of here, especially if you want to get your gauges to work and all that stuff. I don't think they knew what they were doing. It's just horrible. It's just a wiring mess, but I know the wiring in these, so worst case scenario, what we have to do, you can unbolt the wiring harness from right here, and I can go to the junkyard, find another one of these F-150s that's got the same exact package, and get a new wire loom for the 5.4. Delete the injectors, delete all the emissions wiring, but have the plug for the Triton sensors. You can put the Triton sensors in these. That's what I did to the 4BT, and they work great. The oil sending unit actually is an oil sending unit and an oil temperature. It monitors oil temperature and it does PSI. So if your oil gets too hot in a 4BT, like it would in a Triton motor, there's a little oil light that will come up with temperature sign. That's pretty cool in my opinion. The Triton sensor is the way to go, in my opinion. If you want a backup gauge, it's fine. Cut in your own wiring harness and put another gauge somewhere else for a backup if you don't trust the Triton ones. But don't sit there and hack the factory one so your gauge doesn't work on the dash. It's just stupid. Wiring is number one. Number two is all the pulleys and such and stuff and things. Kyle already showed you the other night what cool adapter piece we have over there for the Ford alternator and air conditioning pump. I got to put everything back together and see if that's going to work or if I've got to build something. Power steering pump's got to come out, and we're going to go ahead and put a air pump combination power steering pump like I've got in the Expedition to run the brake booster and the heating controls and clean up this. See, what they had here is not, this is gonna have to get deleted. I don't like it. They had I don't know if Kyle showed you this, but they actually had this pump with these Mickey Mouse welds. Look at that. And they had that sucker bolted to the top of the engine. And I'm sorry if the guy that built this truck is watching this, but it's got to be redone. This is just not okay. They had that mounted right there, okay? And it was not straight. It wasn't even close to being straight. And then they had that. They took and welded two 8-rib pulleys together. Yeah, no, this is not okay. I mean, look at this. Absolutely not okay. And then they had a 6-rib belt. A 6-rib, not an 8-rib. A 6-rib belt from that pulley to that air pump. And it was just... No. No. They make an air pump for these guys. A combination. Don't buy an electric box that runs vacuum. Don't put one of these on your 4BT. Just get the combination pump. You don't even have to worry about it being on a serpentine system. It goes right in the power steering slot. It's a power steering and vacuum combo. I mean, they're $300. Let's see. I'm gonna have to... I don't like this manifold. I don't know if we can get this to work because once we get, you know, all of our pumps and stuff here, that turbo is going to be way down here. I don't know if we're going to have the room to do elbows and get an air intake. So I got to talk to Kyle about just finding a 6BT manifold, or I think I've got one out back somewhere. Go ahead and cut down a 6BT, throw the turbo off to the side over here, and that way we have more room. I don't know. It does have an oil filter relocator. I think Kyle might have talked about that, but if he didn't, it does have the oil filter relocator. I'm not a big fan of where they put the relocator all the way. Look at that. First time you go out in the sticks, you're going to whack that, puncture it, and guess what? You're going to blow up your motor. They do have the D-stroke tack kit. Don't know why this has throttle positioning yet. Haven't figured that out. It's a manual transmission. I don't know if Kyle showed you that, but it's got a brand new crate transmission. Not a reman, it's actually a brand new transmission. Brand spanking new, out of the box. In here. M5R2. Oh, towers. Like, come on, guys. Really? Like, they just built towers, threw them in there, like, oh, well, it sits on the oil pan. No, that's not going to work. Look at that wiring. Just all pulled apart. Look at the fuel lines. That's all got to be fixed. I got to drop the tank. Tank's got to come out here and make sure they did it the right way. If you didn't do it, they've still left the electric pump in there. We're trying to pull diesel through an electric pump that doesn't exist. I mean, it's just sitting there. Just, no. No, 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 no. Not okay. This right here, believe it or not, guys, they went all the way down to the pump to get 12 volts for the injection pump to turn on with the key. It's not okay. Inside, got a Hurst shifter. It's a short throw kit. So look at that. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Like, it is tight. That's the tightest transmission. That is nice. Short throw. Shit. It's not a hot rod, but Kyle's got himself a brand new Kenwood. Oh, I've always liked Kenwoods. Glow shift gauges over here, guys. Not sure why this one's a bit different than these two. These are the same ones I have in the Power Stroke. This one's a bit different. It's got 2 buttons. It is a pyrometer. No, that's a pyrometer. This one's boost. I think this is a digital boost. I think that's why it doesn't have a vacuum. And then you take and go and throw one of those in. Gosh, get a nice black screw that finish your... That just ticks me off. Just, you spend all this time and money, and then you just throw a freaking silver, nasty looking bolt up there. Don't take the time to find a black screw or something with a cap to make it look nice. Yeah, this has got to get deleted. It was an automatic truck. Yeah, I don't know. I think this has got 230 on the clock. comfy seats, nice seats, really nice shape pickup. Definitely thought we were going to be working on the Bronco sooner than later, but this is going to be, you know, I've got to push that back now. This is going to be Kyle's daily, so we got to get this running for him. It's almost, I mean, it's just knick-knacky things. I mean, the hardest part's building the motor mounts. Worst case scenario, if I can't figure out the wiring harness for the gauges, we do have a water temp I see on the, God, these aren't even mounted correctly. I can get him a water temp wired in, so at least he has that, and then figure out something for oil pressure for right now until we hunt down a wiring harness for this engine bay. Because it does start by the key, everything lights, all that stuff works. It's just the wiring for the dash control stuff, you know, the temperature and the oil. So it's not the end of the world, but it's doable. I'm just going to go ahead and end the video here. My battery's about dead. Thank you for watching Central Oregon Shenanigans. There's also 2 other channels you could check out if you're interested in automotive. You go ahead and check out the Fox Shop. I'll link him in the description below. Also, check out Jimmy Johnson over at Johnson's Garage. He also has 4BT projects. Let's just send this one, guys. Give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you next time on Central Oregon Shenanigans.